So, this feeling, intense energy, random anxiety, and physical symptoms that make no sense. And people say it's a spiritual awakening, but that's only half the story. So, what if what's really happening is your nervous system going through a massive biological reboot? We're going to demystify why your awakening feels so chaotic and give you the tools to handle it. Getting this is key to turning that overwhelm into grounded, real world peace. So let's be real. Spiritual awakening often feels less like floating on a cloud and more like you're falling apart. One minute you're fine, the next your heart is racing. You might feel a weird buzzing under your skin, flu like symptoms that come and go, or an exhaustion so deep no amount of sleep can touch it. Emotionally, you're all over the place, wrestling with deep sadness or sudden anxiety. Crowded places and loud noises feel overwhelming. It's a profoundly lonely experience that can make you think, am I going crazy? You should always see a doctor to rule out medical issues, but many of us don't do that at all. And all tests come back, well, if we do, all tests come back normal, and you're left with a bizarre symptom and no answer, honestly. Ancient text described this as kundalini or prana, clearing out old energy, but they rarely connected the dots to our biology. So, what is really going on? This is the aha moment. Your spiritual awakening is deeply tangled up with your nervous system. Think of your nervous system as your body's wiring used to operating at a certain voltage. An awakening is like a massive power surge of higher frequency energy trying to run through that same old wiring. The result is, the system glitches, overheats, and threatens to crash, and that's dysregulation. Now, this isn't just spiritual theory. Researchers like Dr. Lisa Miller at Columbia University have shown that spiritual experiences create measurable changes in the brain, in quieting the part that's responsible for mental chatter and ego. But this intense energy also triggers your autonomic nervous system into a state of fight or flight, which is where the anxiety and heart palpitations come from. Your body is undergoing a biological rewiring. The goal isn't to stop it, but to regulate it, to widen that trauma therapist, I'm sorry, to widen what trauma therapist Dr. Dan Siegel calls your window of tolerance, your capacity to feel it all without getting overwhelmed. And that's what we're jumping into right now, the how. But before we get to the techniques, if this is clicking for you, please hit that subscribe button. My goal is to bridge the gap between the mystical and the practical, and your support helps get this info to people who really need it. So, how do we manage this system reset? It's not about thinking your way out of it. It's about using your body's built in tools to send signals of safety to your nervous system. Now, the most powerful tool is your breath, specifically making your exhale longer than your inhale. Now, this directly activates your vagus nerve, the main highway of your body's rest and digest system. Now, how to do it? So, you breathe in through your nose for a count of 4, then breathe out slowly for a count of 6 or 8. And this is why it works, is because a long exhale sends a direct message to your brain that you are safe. It dials down the fight or flight response almost instantly. And that second technique is the VOO sound. It's vocal toning. This might feel strange, but it's a game changer. You can physically stimulate the vagus nerve with a vibration. Now, how you can do this is you take a deep breath. On the exhale, make a low humming sound like a foghorn, feeling the vibration in your chest. Now, the vibration is like a massage for your nervous system. It's a bottom up approach using physical sensation to create calm. And the third technique is somatic grounding. When you're spiraling, your energy is in your head, not your body. Grounding pulls your awareness back to the presence. Now just sit down and press your feet firmly into the floor. Notice the solid weight of your body in the chair or hold an ice cube. This yanks your attention out of the anxious thought loops and into direct sensory experiences. The present moment is always where safety is. A fourth technique would be maybe some heart-centered breathing. Your heart has its own nervous system. Research from the HeartMath Institute shows we can use it to create coherence in the body. Place your hand over your heart. Slow your breathing. Think of someone or something you truly love. As you breathe, imagine you're breathing through your heart while holding that feeling. Now, this practice helps create balance between your heart and brain, and that lowers the stress hormone cortisol. A fifth technique, this I love this, conscious rest and integration. This reset requires a massive amount of energy. That exhaustion you feel is real and it has a purpose. Your system is running a huge software update. Schedule periods of doing absolutely nothing. Just lie on the couch without your phone or sit in a park without a podcast. Your brain and body need downtime to solidify the new wiring. Treat rest not as laziness, but as a non negotiable part of the upgrade. Your spiritual awakening isn't a curse, and you are not broken. You're at the powerful, messy intersection of spirit and biology. The intense symptoms aren't a sign you're doing it wrong, they're a sign that something profound is shifting. By looking at it through the lens of your nervous system, you take your power back. You go from being a victim of the chaos to a co creator in your evolution. These tools are your anchors in the storm. They create safety inside your own body, allowing this incredible upgrade to happen with you, not to you. You're not going crazy, you're waking up. Be patient with your body. It is the sacred home for your entire journey. Now, I know how lonely this path can feel, so let's connect in the comments. Share one thing from this video that made you feel understood. Reading through each other's stories is a powerful reminder that we are not in this alone. And thank you so much for being in this space with me.